"You're outdated. We're done here," the CEO hissed. I nodded, understood. The elevator doors closed, sealing the quiet. That was the moment the retirement trust activated its voting rights. I felt it, not triumph, not anger, just alignment. The board would feel it by Monday morning. My phone buzzed as I crossed the lobby. My wife's name. I answered. "I'm divorcing you," she said, breathless with courage she hadn't earned. "I've sold the apartment. I'm starting over, with someone else." "Okay," I said. Silence stretched. She wanted noise, tears, negotiation. I gave her none. I hung up and stepped into the rain. It felt honest. We didn't start like this. We started with plans scribbled on napkins and mornings that smelled like coffee and belief. I paid the down payment. She chose the paint. I built the career that funded the life she curated. We agreed on rules, no secrets, no shortcuts. She broke both. The first crack came months ago. Late nights that weren't work. A phone tilted away. Receipts that didn't add up. I didn't confront. I catalogued. Pain is loud. Preparation is quiet. I learned the name before I learned the lie. A broker with ambition and borrowed charm. The apartment sale wasn't legal. It couldn't be. The deed was in a trust. My trust. She knew that once. She forgot it when she mistook my silence for weakness. By the time I landed, my grief had turned procedural. The CEO had been grooming his exit for a year, selling the story that I was replaceable. Outdated, he'd said, mistaking restraint for rust. He didn't read the footnotes. I did. I wrote some of them. My retirement trust seeded. When I was younger and hungrier, held 76% through layered vehicles. I never advertised it. Power travels better disguised as patience. The bylaws were clear. The trigger was termination without cause. He fired me anyway. I smiled on the way out because timing matters. I spent the weekend assembling truths like a watchmaker, evidence, emails, recorded call where my wife bragged to a friend about the sale, the brokerage's oversight, the CEO's off-book compensation, clean lines, no theatrics. Monday morning, the board convened an emergency meeting. Who just fired the person who owns 76% of the shares? I attended remotely, camera off, voice steady. I didn't accuse. I read clauses. I motioned. I voted. By noon, the CEO was escorted out by security he once approved. He tried to catch my eye through glass. I didn't look. Closure is optional. I went home on Tuesday. The apartment door was unlocked. Her boxes were half-packed. She stood in the kitchen rehearsing relief, wearing a smile she'd practiced for someone else. "You're back early," she said. "I live here," I replied. "So do the cameras." Her smile faltered. I slid the folder across the counter. Deed, trust documents. The sale reversal. A letter from the brokerage's legal counsel. Another from my attorney, outlining fraud, consequences, options. "You can't do this," she whispered. I already did. She reached for her phone. I didn't stop her. The broker didn't answer. He was busy explaining himself to regulators. "What do you want?" she asked. "I want my name off your mouth," I said. "And my life back." She signed. People always do when the math becomes real. The fallout was surgical. The company announced strategic realignment, stock stabilized. My severance became a dividend. I replaced 3 board members and kept my distance. Influence doesn't need a title. The broker lost his license quietly, permanently. My wife moved into a smaller place with louder neighbors. Starting over costs more than people budget for. She sent messages, long ones, then shorter, then none. I never replied. Here's the truth they don't teach you about revenge. It isn't fire. It's ice. It doesn't scream. It closes doors softly and locks them forever. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't threaten. I didn't beg. I said okay and meant proceed. I let them move first. They always do. When the CEO called weeks later, voice thin, I answered. "We should talk," he said. "Understood," I replied, and ended the call. I sit with the quiet now. Not emptiness, clarity. Betrayal sharpens you if you let it. It teaches you where the levers are and who pulls them when you're not looking. I didn't win because I wanted to hurt them. I won because I refused to bleed publicly. They mistook my calm for surrender. That was their last mistake. I'm not outdated. I was patient.